Hey guys, Sandy from Sandy's Guitars here, and you know, I moved to this city about 5 years ago, and within 3 months, I found the woman that I ended up marrying and wanting to spend the rest of my life with. It took me another year and a half to find a guitar tech that I liked. The point is, when you find a good guitar tech, stick with them. As a guitarist, they can become your best friend. Case in point, my guitar tech, his name is JP of JP's Underdog Guitar Repair. Now, JP actually recently moved into a new shop, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of catch up with him and check out the new shop and, you know, talk a little bit about about the new shop, about some of the tools that he uses, and about his life as a guitar tech. Now, it ended up being quite the conversation, so I've actually split it into two. This first video, we're going to do a tour of his shop. That said, next Friday, I'm going to come out with the second episode, part 2, where I talk with JP and talk about some of his personal history. But anyway, here we go. This is Gear Up with JP's Underdog Guitar Repair.
Oh, hey, Sandy.
Hey, JP, how you doing, man?
Good.
Awesome.
Come in, we'll give you the tour.
Sweet. I've been looking forward to this. I know you've been working on this quite a long time.
I have been, actually. This is a brand new location for the audience to know. This is 3905 Bliss Road. I was previously at Jefferson on Jefferson Boulevard. And this is a larger space. Hopefully will eventually be a much more organized space. I'm fresh into it. It's fairly new. We just got the electricians out like 2 days ago, so things are still kind of in a state of readjustment, let's say. But we're getting there. I'll take you through.
Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to seeing
the
the place.
dust. It's a work in progress. But anyway,
Let's check it out.
we have a brand new front desk here. We'll start with that. I did not have a front desk at my previous location because I just didn't have the room for it. So when it comes to insurance, I'm not really allowed to have anybody in the shop proper unless they're authorized to be in there. So we do have a gate as well, which is closed, and it's not something that's designed to like shut people out. It's just basically designed for insurance purposes to keep everybody safe.
Insurance company, take note.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Behind us, this is all part of the customer experience. Behind us, this is going to be the audition room. Okay, so we'll start here. It's currently also in state of being built up. I've got concert photos that are going to be up on this wall. This is a brand new wall that I put up, well, a brand new finish on the wall. We just finished doing the poly insulation, all that stuff. It's a good room acoustically, so it's going to be a really great spot for people to come in and test their brand new, either their guitar that's been repaired or modified or whatever the case may be. So decent space. We also have a dart board. If you have to wait a few minutes for your guitar, you're welcome to shoot some darts. We're going to have a coffee station for folks. It's going to be, with the goal being to improve the customer experience, to make it a place that you want to come to, not a place that you have to come to, if that makes sense. So work in progress still, but we're getting there. I'll take you through the different spots. Thanks.
Going through the gate, insurance company, take note.
So Sandy's authorized to be here, so we're cool with that.
Perfect.
Yes, yeah. We don't have anything really active going on. There's no machinery on the floor, although we have just moved, so there is some construction debris. So basically,
I'm wearing my hard hat.
Just put in a brand new window here. Well, brand new to me anyway. Brand new furnace that just kicked on, or brand new heater, I should say. This is my old tower from before. This is actually my electric guitar. It's a highly modded Epiphone Les Paul. It's got 2 DiMarzio PAF pickups in it, which are absolutely fantastic. Love that guitar. It literally, I don't know, it's like my grab and go guitar for sure. At least one of them. I have several grab and go guitars. That's one of my grab and goes.
Awesome.
Just charging stations over here, just for all my battery powered tools, strings, cabinet for finishing supplies.
Awesome. So what finishing supplies do you use on your guitars?
So one very popular finishing supply is Glue Boost here,
Okay.
and it is CA glue, but it's kind of a specialized for the guitar market. It also comes in tinted. There are tinted finishes as well. This is a black, and basically it's used to do like chip repairs. Sometimes if I have to get deep into the grain of wood that isn't quite cracked, but there's kind of a hairline situation going on, using an ultra thin CA glue will actually basically put that to get back together, clamp it, and it'll be as strong as it ever was.
Makes sense.
So that's really good. Funny thing about black finishes, there isn't just one black. So actually, let me show you this guitar for an example, right?
For sure.
So if we're looking at this guitar, I don't have any black on it, but a lot of these Epiphones especially, you'll see where you have kind of a, this is like an iced tea burst guitar. You'll see there's a finish, and then basically the black is the last thing sprayed. So basically, when you have a guitar that has, let's say, like, you know, it's finished in like a blue burst or something like that, you have to understand that the black in the surround is actually going to have blue in it. So we have to use a little bit of blue base in the black to make that black work.
Cool.
You might think there's only one shade of black, but there's an infinitesimal shades of black, you know. And you have to look at the pre-finish, you know, into the burst, and that'll basically tell you what color to mix into the burst. So there's a tip for finishing for folks if you're looking for one. All right.
Awesome.
As we work through here,
I noticed you got a humidifier going through here.
I actually have two.
Fair enough.
With good reason, and we'll get into that. I think a little bit after.
Perfect.
Afterwards. So, again, don't mind the mess. I still have drywall screws on the counter here.
All good.
It is a work in progress. This is my main setup bench. Okay, so all my setup tools are here. You know, I've got my my fast winder, which makes life very slow. It's not designed for speed, because you don't want to be winding your pegs too fast, because you can break things.
Well, it's still a lot better than those twirlies that you get, you know, in the beginner guitar kits.
Yeah, I mean, I still have these.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the I would say here's kind of like the, you know, the evolution, right? So yeah, everybody had these as a kid, you know, these kind of things. Cheap, you can get them for like $1.50 probably, you know what I mean, $2 nowadays.
For sure.
Probably. And then you have like the, you know, the Ernie Ball model, which actually has a ball bearing. It's smooth as hell, smooth as all heck. Rubberized jaws. Literally, you don't have to worry about damage, scratches, anything like that. And some guitars that come in here, the tuning machines are actually quite expensive. And if they have like a gold finish, for example, those gold finishes are literally microns thick, and you can scratch them. So having rubberized jaws like that for that specific thing is really good. So I've got my little Katana. It's a Boss amp. It's a Mark II, sorry. That's my testing amp. It does every tone I could ever want it to do, so it's perfect for the shop. It's not too big. It's 50 watts. It's more than enough power. You can dial it down to half a watt, which is generally what I use here in the shop, because I don't want to upset the neighbors. The shop is actually quite well insulated right now, so there's not a lot of sound that gets through the walls, but I'm still always being as respectful as humanly possible with my neighbors, because I want them to actually want me in the neighborhood. And I want them to drop by if they need anything fixed too. So I want to be a contributing member to the neighborhood.
I'd say that's a solid business plan.
Yeah, yeah, it's always a good idea, right? I've got my little strobe tuner on here. When I talk about indispensable pieces of gear, this is indispensable. I just turned it off because it is actually USB battery powered. And this is also kind of an evolutionary tool. The original strobe tuners, I'll show you this over here. So this is an original strobe tuner, and this is what the...
Whoa, that's old.
This is an old piece of kit. Whoop, little dust on there, sorry. We're doing work above, electricians wear. It is a really old piece of kit, but these are still actively used in the field. This one is starting to get just a little bit temperamental. And you know, it's an old school piece of gear where everything used to be tuned to A440. That's not the case anymore. I've got musicians, and I can, you know, I can tune stuff to 432 hertz if I want. A lot of my older, you know, my experienced musicians are tuning the 432 to make it easier on the vocalist, and actually make it a little bit easier on the guitar player too, because it's not quite a half step down, somewhere in between, and it just makes fretting a little bit easier, and it makes it easier on the vocalist to hit those high notes. So that's a common thing. This does not do modern low tuning, you know. So like if you're gonna do like a C sharp standard, or like even the tuning to C, this is gonna have trouble tracking it, whereas my new digital model has no problem at all. Not cheap pieces of gear, by the way. Peterson is the industry standard, and I'm very happy to have both pieces of gear. You can see just this is my electrical area. Right now it's a disaster. And I do occasionally do a little bit of amp repair. I don't really want to advertise that too much because I generally do it out of necessity only. When I first opened my shop, I was doing both guitar and amp repair because things, you know, I mean, when you open a business, it's not going to be like, you're not going to be crazy busy right off the bat. So it took a little while to kind of build up a name for myself. And it got to the point where I was doing 2 full-time jobs trying to do amp repair and guitar repair, and it became untenable. I was just working morning till night. Basically, wake up, get out of bed, work, and then go back to bed every day. And that's really not a good life plan if you want to have longevity in your field. So I had to let the amp repair go. I still occasionally do the odd amp if I feel compelled to, but I'm very, very picky about it. And yeah, I can only handle so much. I'm one guy, I got one set of hands. Here we have a bunch of clamps, just for various different types of repair. Let me show you this here. So I'll just give an example. If I can get it out of here. It's live, folks. So this is a 6-inch clamp that's designed to go into a sound hole. So this is my finishing cabinet. So in here we have lots of nitrocellulose paints.
Okay.
There's tobacco brown, there's black nitro, and I do full spray with a actual spray gun, like free paint as well, not just rattle cans. So there's that. Up here we have some what do you call that again? Whoops. Just cheesecloth, and that's designed to basically strain some paints. So that works really well.
Oh, cool.
You know, a bunch of different things, and I do use some automotive colors as well for guitars that are polyurethane spray painted. Okay, a lot of these are polyurethane acrylic blends, and it works out real well.
Do you have a preferred finish to use?
So for vintage spec, like, you know, like old Guilds, Gibsons, Martins are going to be nitrocellulose painted. It's realistically, if you want my real opinion on it, I like nitrocellulose. When you have a freshly painted guitar in nitro, it's really is gorgeous, but it can gum up pretty quick, and some people love that effect. It can get hazy, and it requires more maintenance than polyurethane. Some people say it allows the wood to breathe a little bit more. Nitrocellulose finishes tend to be a lot thinner than polyurethane. Also a lot less protective. So you're gonna see checking more commonly with nitro. You're gonna get scuffs easier with nitro. It's a softer finish than polyurethane. Polyurethane is like bulletproof, you know what I mean? And if you scratch polyurethane, as long as it's not too deep, you can buff it out pretty easy. Nitro is not quite that forgiving. But the nice thing with nitro is that nitro will melt nitro. So if you need to do a respray on nitro, it's actually easier to blend nitro colors than it is to blend polyurethane. So there's benefits either way. So that's one thing.
Fair enough.
What's this here? This is some strapping left over from something. I thought it was actually binding, but it's not. I do a lot of binding repair here as well. I do make a lot of my own tools.
Okay.
Here's an example. I guess there's a few things here. And I have to get back to this.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
I do kind of fall off, the train of thought every once in a while.
Oh, that one's my fault. I asked you a question though.
So this is a custom tool designed to route the shelves for locking Floyd Rose nuts or for roller nuts. So if you're gonna get a Fender FSR nut, like a Fender roller nut, this is designed to use my little trim router and basically route the proper depth, and I can basically put the neck in there, tighten up these little doodads, basically make everything tighten up, and this holds the neck in proper. Nothing moves, and it's just a great system. I'm super happy that I built that. This here, this is another custom tool. This is built for installing splines in the back of a guitar neck when I'm doing headstock repairs.
Oh, okay.
Not every headstock repair requires splines, but if you have what I like to call a guillotine break. So let's say, for example, we've got a guitar right here. I guess we can digress to this now. If the break is straight through like this, you're not going to be able to glue that back together well enough to prevent it from breaking again. So what we do in that situation is route channels in the back of the neck and install splines as a strengthening tool. And what it does is it increases the surface area. We can use splines that are, made out of, I use sapelli quite often, which is a derivative. It's kind of like in the mahogany family. Mahogany-like. It's just very durable stuff. It's got the right consistency. If I have a mahogany neck and I'm using a sapelli spline, we're good. I've used maple on a few occasions. Maple's kind of tricky though, because when you wet maple with glue, it grows exponentially and it makes it difficult to install the spline. So you literally have to allow just a little bit extra. You don't want them like so tight that you have to, really push super hard. When it's dry, when you're doing the dry fitting. With the sapelli and the mahogany, you want a nice snug fit with those splines, and once you get the glue, you have to work fairly quickly because they will also expand, so you have to push them in fairly quickly with the glue, allow a couple channels for air to escape as you push the glue in, or allow excess glue to squeeze out. So yeah,
Quite a fine art.
it is. This is another custom tool. I like these. This is just a swivel topped
Clever.
call. It has a V here so that it can accommodate pretty much any neck in existence, right?
Yeah.
If I were to try to make an Ernie Ball perfect C carve here, that would work great for Ernie Ball, but it wouldn't work great for everything. So making the V, this is protected with leather, and no matter what angle the guitar is on, the call basically adjusts to get perfect,
Holds it comfortably.
Yeah. This guitar here is actually one of mine. It's had extensive work. I bought this secondhand. It's an Andrew White, which is a custom builder out of the United States. And this particular one is built in Korea. His custom shop line is really expensive. So I bought this secondhand. The bridge was originally Cocobolo, so I replaced the bridge. This is actually, this is Sapelli, so I did replace the bridge. No, I'm sorry. This is actually black walnut that I stained to look more like Sapelli, so there's that. But this is a black walnut bridge that I carved by hand and installed, and back here there was a crack that ran through the body, which is literally almost indistinguishable.
I actually I gotta really kind of get the angle right to even try and show it on the camera.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much made to look like it's wood grain, so this is pretty much the best case scenario for a top repair that you can expect. There's two splines, reinforcing splines that are on the inside of the guitar. You can repair guitar tops without splines, and tonally it's kind of preferred. But as long as your splines aren't too thick or not too large, they're not really going to affect the vibration of the top too much. So there's that. Spline materials generally, I do use walnut often. indigenous woods, right? I've used maple on occasion, depending on the type of top. Maple can curl with glue if the spines are too thin, so maple's tricky, actually. It's very dense wood, very dense fiber, but it absorbs water fairly easily. So anyway, those are custom tools. I could get into all of them. This is a fretwork, okay, and that's basically designed to go into the acoustic guitar top.
Okay.
It sits on top of the guitar, and the tongue that's on that machine basically goes underneath the tongue here, and that way it solidifies this whole area so that if I have to basically tap frets in, I'm not going to affect the top of the guitar at all. It reinforces everything, takes all the stress off of the top by basically providing support from underneath. So kind of a clever device. I did not design this. This has been around for years. I just didn't want to spend $400 or $500 on a StewMac made tool, so I made my own. It serves two purposes. So this tool here, this is the fretwork I mentioned. You see the adjustable wheel here, which actually increases the tension. I'll take this down, I guess. Hopefully nothing falls. It is live. So as I mentioned, this sits on the guitar top. This device here basically tightens this little support from underneath. So you may be asking, okay, well, how does this work? This here is an add-on to this tool for neck removal. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, this sits on the guitar top. Same idea. This is going to sit underneath here, basically underneath the heel, with this device sitting on top. And this basically puts, I can just dial in pressure as I'm heating.
Oh, and it slowly
as I'm
pulls
heating
it.
the neck joint, and it very safely and effectively helps me remove necks from guitars that need to be reset. So
Clever.
So yeah, so it serves two purposes. It's multi-purpose. If I can get two purposes out of any tool, I definitely will, because it takes time to build these things. So building two of these didn't really seem to be a good idea. So I built one and then just added an attachment. When I'm using this as a fretwork, this entire piece of stainless steel and these two threaded rods are just removed completely from the mix. So anyway,
Cool.
This here is a proper guitar workstation, and what this allows me to do, this is primarily a tool for primarily a tool for acoustic guitar repair. And what it allows me to do is basically I can put the guitar into this rig here. This is custom. I added a few little custom additions to it. This is magnetic, by the way, little neodymium magnets. It snaps on. What this does is it holds the, as an example, this holds the peg,
Okay.
right? It just sits in like that.
Okay.
It locks in the peg so that when I have the guitar in a different orientation, it can't physically slide out no matter what. So it's a little bit of safety. This device did not come with that attachment. It's something that I built. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, really. But this device here can tilt in any direction that I want it to. So if I want to repair a guitar upright position, I can do it like this. If I want the face facing in, I can do that. If I want it facing out, it's great for finish repairs, but especially really good for repairing braces inside the guitar. So internal bracing comes loose sometimes on acoustic guitars. This allows me to use gravity to my benefit, right?
Sweet.
So very useful tool, kind of expensive, but it was cheaper than building my own because I would have built it myself otherwise. So instead of building my own in this particular situation, I bought it and basically just added attachments to it as needed, and works good.
Awesome.
Great little device.
Okay, cool, man.
You know, your typical woodworking tools in the shop here. These are brand new benches for the shop here that are made out of recycled stair treads, recycled maple stair treads. That's all laser leveled across. When you put a piece of wood on here, it just slides on. There's no gaps when it hits the saw, when it's
Awesome.
on top of the saw. So bandsaw, that sort of stuff.
Now, like I said, guys, you're going to have to come back next week for part 2 of this episode. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to go over, and yeah, JP's going to tell me all about his history in guitar repair and give some advice to aspiring guitar techs of how to get into the business, how to get into the trade, and really how to make a life out of it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I've included all of JP's links in the description. Okay, his YouTube channel, his Instagram, Facebook, all of that. And as always, please like and subscribe. And I myself am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Like and subscribe. This is Sandy's Guitars. Keep practicing. You're getting there. Take care.